It's me, Charlotte360. I got my sides redone. They're not done great, but that's okay because it was Supercuts. They did the best that they could. But yeah, hey guys. Tonight is the 15th of January, and the last video that I uploaded to my channel was me talking about the fact that Chen is getting married and having a baba. And I feel like I kind of live in a K-pop bubble because my timeline is mostly international fans, obviously. Also, I talk a lot to people that I know that I'm friends with, so usually we have a good time. We agree with each other. And I feel like for like the first 24 hours, everybody was really kind of happy for Chen. Hey, and like, oh, we're so glad that, he's moving on with his life and he's maturing. He's damn near 30, why not? And then the next day, the EXO-Ls in Korea showed their ass, and I don't know why I'm surprised. Are we surprised? Are we really surprised? Are we really surprised about their reaction? Like, seriously? Listen, I understand that there is a cultural divide between myself and Korean K-pop fans. I get that I live in a different environment where a man in his late 20s deciding to marry a woman who he's having a child with is considered fairly respectable. And I get that maybe where you're from, if you live in Korea, were raised in Korea, it's not seen that way. But it's not even, to me, that it seems like they have a problem with him having premarital sex, or that they have a problem with him having a child or having a girlfriend, either one. It feels to me that the problem that they have is that he is tarnishing their idea of what EXO is. That he having a wife and having a kid makes their group old and tarnishes their youthful, unblemished history. And number one, I've never looked at EXO as an unblemished group. Not saying that they're like, scandal ridden. I'm not saying that, but like Baekhyun had his dating scandal with Taeyeon, and Kai's been linked to Crystal and been linked to Jennie from Blackpink. And, they had 3 members leave the group, almost 4 really, because Lay, he dropped like 2 lines in Don't Mess Up My Tempo and then skedaddled the hell away. So it's not like I look at EXO as being this group that's never had any issues at all. There's always been like a little something in the background that's been going on. So to me, this doesn't seem like a big scandal, but it's all about image. It's all about image, and it's fine for your idol to date. We've all gotten to the point now where we realize it's dumb to be mad if your idol has been dating, especially if your idol has been in their group for 5, 6, 7 years. But what we're mad at is the idea that my idol is old, or the idea that my idol is somehow not exclusively mine anymore. And I was reading an article on AsianJunkie.com, which is one of my favorite websites to go to whenever I'm looking for news about K-pop, because, I don't know, I just appreciate Asian Junkie's viewpoint. It's very honest. It's very in keeping with my own personal viewpoint. So yeah, this is a rant that Asian Junkie posted on her website from an EXO-L. And this is what it says. You take responsibility over the person that you love, but I'm sad that you're not taking responsibility over the person who loves you. I regret trying to grab onto what I should have let go. EXO is a group that will forever be my youth, but because of Jungdae, this image is gone. Were we only a business relationship? Fuck yeah, you were. You didn't make a promise to us forever? The fuck you mean forever? I thought that if we had to set priorities, we should have followed those priorities and made so we understand each other. But right now, your actions are just showing that fans and you were just a business. That's why I'm so disappointed, and my heart hurts even more, Jungdae. You were the trustful Chen, and now your label's changed to premarital pregnancy and kid's dad, etc. My heart just hurts so much. It just hurts. The road that we still have to walk together is still long. I don't want us to stop now, and you either. Did you want to walk on the way that the fans paved for you? You're too selfish, Dongdae. I know you didn't want to do SNS, and you probably don't look at the comments on YouTube either, so there's not much ways we can communicate, but I still tried to write something, the letter that you threw away. I've been crying for so many hours, being confused. I was pitying myself. I loved you, but I think that I will love you in the future too. That's why, Jongdae, just say I'm sorry once. I think it should be taking each other into consideration. I received an alarm, and I was so happy thinking it could have been news of your solo concert, but my hand started to tremble, and my tears started to fall out as I dropped my phone. You probably didn't know how I felt, right? Happy. Still happy. My good bitch. What was that? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Seriously, who wrote this? Do you really think that you have an actual legitimate... sorry. Do you really think that you have an actual relationship with this person? Do you think they know your fucking name? Do you think they know your fucking face? Do you think they know where you live? Do you think they know how many albums you bought for them? Do you think they know that you were at their concert or whatever? Do you really think that y'all are together? Because that's what... This sounds like the movie Misery. Like, real talk. This sounds like Kathy Bates' character in the movie Misery. It's a business. It is a fucking business. That's the reason why they hire makeup artists and costume designers and lighting techs and directors and producers and songwriters and graphic designers and all. It is a fucking business. Do you know how many people get paid off of the idea of EXO? It is forever and for always a business. And the fact that people are so diluted to believe it means anything more. Like, get a grip, sweetie. And I caught that whole Jongdae, like we're familiar. Because whenever you're saying somebody's name in Korean, if they're not like super familiar with you, you use she at the end. So like Jongdae she, like it's more formal. And the closer you get with somebody, you get to the point where you do say ah at the end. And so by using ah, it's basically implying a kind of familiarity that doesn't actually fucking exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I'm sorry. It doesn't exist. But yeah, that is some of the response that Korean EXO-Ls are having towards this situation. It's that it calls for him to leave the group because of him ruining their youthful image, even though they literally have 2 members in the military as I'm speaking to you right now. It is claims that he's a bad example for the kids, even though Korea has one of the lowest birth rates in all developed countries, and they actually need more children. It's ridiculous. And it seems like it's a Sungmin 2.0, but the thing is, like, the Sungmin situation, from what I've heard, it was a culmination of other issues. Like, it was people saying that he tried to find ways to be privately public about his relationship. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right at all. But I'm just saying, like, I heard there were other things that were going on with the Sungmin situation. Not only that, but his wife has yet to drop a child. So, like, I really legitimately believe that he married, hey, Anthony, that he married his wife because he loved her. I really believe that. I feel like time has proven that Sungmin didn't have a shotgun wedding. There was no pregnancy involved. It was just him meeting somebody that he felt like, this is a person who understands me. This is a person who can love me. This is a person who I believe wants betterment for me. Whereas Chen, I just really feel like this is a shotgun wedding, you know? And then there's been rumors saying that the kid is already here and is 7 months old. There have been rumors saying that him and his wife are already married, or his fiance are already married. Don't know if that's true or not. SM has been like, don't spread no rumors. We're not making any statements. Y'all shouldn't either. I'm waiting to see what it is. Also, there are reports that the girl that he's marrying is a well-known Instagram figure, and that she posted several pictures of their apartment. And in one of the pictures from their apartment, there was a really large stack of Hermes boxes in the background. I'm going to try to find that article real quick. The site I'm going to use is not one of my favorite choices, you guys, because you know I don't like scallywags, but I have to pull up the site anyway. Where are you, Scooby-Doo? Mind your time. I promise I'll be with you shortly. Okay, so this says fans leak photos of Chen's newlywed home previously posted by his girlfriend. And the article shows some pictures from his girlfriend's Instagram that supposedly support the idea that she had been supposedly. I say supposedly because, like, the fans leaked this to the news. So the fans are assuming that these are pictures from the person that they believe is his girlfriend. This is a picture from the apartment, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but see that corner? That corner is a stack of Hermes boxes. Now, some of you may be thinking, what does it matter that she has Hermes boxes? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Hermes is one of those brands that fans oftentimes gift to idols because they like to gift them with luxury, especially a group like EXO. They're not going to be getting your Marvel t-shirts and, you know, your boxes of gummy bears. They're going to be getting Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Prada, Fendi, all of these type of labels. And Hermes is one of those super premium luxury labels, much like Louis Vuitton. An Hermes purse, the Birkin, that is a purse that when you buy it, it only gets more valuable the longer you have it. And so if this is really their place and that is really her stack of Hermes boxes, that is a grip. That is a flex that you're not seeing every day on Instagram. That little corner of Hermes boxes, if they were full of items, that's probably a corner worth probably about $250,000. Like that's a lot of money you're seeing right there in that corner, unless it's just a bunch of sunglasses, in which case you're probably talking about maybe $20,000 or $30,000. Still a flex. She still got a Subaru in the living room, but still a lot of money. But if you're talking Birkins, little bags, a Birkin bag is usually about, I think they started around $30,000. These are not cheap bags at all. So yeah, that is a flex. That is a real flex. So, I mean, I hope that she wasn't out here showing the girls how she was getting her coin, because I think that it's better to keep it low key and then just snatch up the bank when it's time to finally, you know, reveal the caper. But either way it goes, this is a grown man. You know, let's just get down to the nitty gritty, the cheese and grits of it all. This is a grown man. Chen is, I think, international age 28, I believe. And he has been in the entertainment business for a really long time. EXO debuted in 2012, and it is now 2020, so almost a literal decade. And, you know, I think that if he wants to cut this idol shit out, okay, 27 international, thank you. If he wants to cut this idol shit out because he's ready to live his grown fucking life, why not? Why not let him do that? Why not? Why not? Considering some of the trash bullshit that the rest of us have to accept, we should all be grateful that he found somebody that he felt comfortable enough to slip the condom off. We should be grateful that she found somebody that, instead of telling her, you need to run out and get this abortion, instead said, I want to raise a child with you because I love you and I love our child. Because there's a whole lot of men who are not doing that. So why is it that we feel the need to demonize him because he tarnishes our fantasy of some group? You know, I mean, there needs to be some kind of psychological condition that is identified for these, like, delusional stands. Like, it's got to be called a specific kind of term. Kind of like, you know how people have, like, agoraphobia and stuff like that. Like, there should be, like, the fear of the fantasy unraveling, whatever that would be in Latin. That needs to be what we use to identify certain delulus, because there's got to be something wrong. There's got to be something wrong to feel that level of ownership. Hey, Dave. There's got to be something wrong to feel that level of ownership. There's got to be something wrong to feel so fucking entitled. And it needs to be an actual diagnosis. That's what it needs to be. It needs to be a literal actual diagnosis, because that letter, it's funny to us, but in reality, if the person who wrote that genuinely and sincerely feels everything that they said and they're not writing it for dramatic effect, that is a person that needs actual help. That is a person that actually needs to see somebody, because that is a person who will either harm themselves or harm other people. And I understand that culture does play a role. I really do. You know, trust me, in America, bitches be going crazy about people too. I can't tell you how many times in America people have totally gone nuts over celebrities. And I can't believe you would do that. You've hurt me so bad. Oh my gosh. UK, same way. There's some One Directioners out there, when the One Direction boys started having their babies with their girlfriends and everything else, started to lose their fucking mind. Same thing with Believers. You know, it follows in every culture that there's like an extreme reaction to some things. Hell, I'm watching Tide Boys Love, and I'm having to deal with the stress of people who are like, Perth Saint was real. Z Saint is trash. It's like, madam, are we really doing this? Like, to the point that they're harassing these poor little actors. It's ridiculous. But that's why I say it has to be a psychological term, where somebody gets so caught up in the fantasy that they're willing to act out for fear that the fantasy will unravel. And people wishing miscarriages and death at the families. Like, that's a whole nother level. And if a fan lays a finger on this woman or her child, the game is over. Like, seriously, the game is over. In fact, I would be extremely disappointed if the rest of EXO didn't decide that the group was over. Like, honestly, like, if somebody was to harm this, excuse me, a little burp. If somebody was to harm this woman or her child, I would want the entire rest of EXO to quit in solidarity. Just say, like, you know what? Since y'all want to be like this, fuck it. The band is done. The group is done. We're never going to sing those songs again. You're never going to see us in public all together as a group. It's over. And that's what they should say. They should really get on social media and be like, if you lay a fucking hand on our brother's family, or our brother's kid, or our brother's fiance, wife, whatever, that's it for the group. So if you don't want to see us completely disband this bitch, you better calm down. You better know your place. Which speaks to something else that I really wish that K-pop did better and were more vocal about. In America and in the UK and other countries, celebrities are allowed to, like, give real facts to their fans. Like, you know, Justin Bieber can really say to a delusional believer, like, hey, this is my wife. Cut that hating shit out. Ain't nothing gonna change nothing. I'm still gonna get that yummy yummy every night, even if the song is terrible. But in Korea, it is a constant, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I know you're hurt. I know you're surprised. I know you're shocked. And it is, companies have to start doing. If the celebrities can't say it, the company has to do it. You know, your CEO should be the most evil man on earth. He should be the one who's constantly going out there and telling everybody, you need to shut the fuck up, or I'll have my attorney contact you, whatever you need to say. But you have got to defend them. You've got to start telling these fans that they have got to wake the fuck up. You can't continue to allow them to continue to make your artist feel like they don't deserve to have human privileges. You need to start making it to where your artists are allowed to live. Because what do you want to do? Do you want to continue to make money off these artists, or do you want them to die? Because your continuing focus on protecting fandom dollars is what is driving people to the cliff's edge. It really, really is. You know, JYP not putting their foot down early enough against Nyan Stalker. He's on the fucking plane with her. He should never be that close. When a guy continuously keeps coming into your building asking if your celebrity is there, Y'all can tell that something's the fuck wrong with him. Security should be at the door saying, you can't come in here no more because something is wrong with you. There are measures that should take place. First of all, Twice shouldn't even be flying commercial. Real talk, Twice should not even be flying commercial. They should be flying private because they can afford to do so. But yeah, you've got to do something. And you've got to start from the very beginning. Just a second, my nose. Sorry about that, guys. Nobody likes a rant when your nose is dripping. You've got to start from the very beginning. For instance, a lot of this fan war shit, when you read about fans saying really ugly shit to each other, you should draft, for fun, a fan code of conduct. You really should. You should have a fan code of conduct that just basically says, you know, as members of our fandom, this is how we conduct ourselves in public to give the best image for one another. Because I think if you were to do that, that would be really awesome, because then if fans say, as a member of your fandom, I expect you, the idol, to display certain behavior, personality, whatever else, they have a right to say that because you asked that of them. So if you are, let's say we're the Blue Sky Boys. We're going to make up a group. We're not going to go after the Blue Sky Boys. So we're BSB. Kind of like Backstreet Boys, Blue Sky Boys. We're BSB, and we start a group, and like, we make a promise to our fans that we're going to be as loyal as possible to them. But you've got to make a promise for us. You have to promise that you'll never cause anyone to think any less of us, because you're always going to be on your best behavior. If you're on your best behavior, we'll be on ours. Why not do that? Why not do that? Have them make a code of conduct, and then the idols make a code of conduct. Like, if you catch me out here whoring, then, you know, I'll be left out of the latest comeback. If you catch me out here slipping, then I'll get out the group. You know, why not? Why not do that? I think that there's no reason for fans to expect so much out of idols from the get-go, because again, this is entertainment. This is entertainment. But I really sincerely feel like these companies have got to set the pace. That's the only way it could happen. Before these idols even hit the ground running, especially if you're a company like JYP or a company like SM or a company like YG or a company like Big Hit, you can definitely say from the very beginning, like, this is what it's going to be. And if you can't abide with that, don't call yourself by our fandom name. Call yourself something else. Because this is how we want to represent each other. You know, there's something on the other side of love yourself that I feel like a lot of people don't get. It's cool to love yourself. It's not cool in loving yourself to be out here hating others. And that's something that you have to understand. You start loving yourself so that you can learn to love other people, so that you can learn kindness, so that you can learn empathy, so that you can learn sympathy, pathos. All of those lessons are for you to learn once you have given it to yourself. I was watching a clip from Will Smith on Twitter, and I'm going to try to pull it up because I thought it was a really valuable clip, and if you've not heard it, I think it could be beneficial to you, so I'm going to try to find it here. Hopefully I can find it. I might not be able to. We'll see. Oh, yeah, this one.
And, you know, when I started, I had, you know, all these grand ambitions of what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. And, you know, I want to be the biggest movie star in the world. So I studied that, and I worked out, and I got my body crazy, and I did, you know, just got my head around doing everything I could do to be the biggest movie star in the world, you know. And then I had a taste of that. And I realized that even though I had achieved all those things, on the inside, I was still that same insecure little boy that was trying to prove something, you know, to you know, girls that had cheated, and to my father and all of that, and that you can't achieve your way out of your, you know, childhood wounds and traumas.
You can't fake it.
You can't fake it, right? So then I made the shift, and what I realized is that the only sustainable mission throughout your whole existence is to improve lives. And as soon as I made the shift in my mind from trying to be big and trying to have money and trying to be popular to making sure that I improved lives every step of the way on this earth, then all of a sudden I started experiencing healing.
Do you hear that? Did you understand that? I hope you did. Basically saying in this lifetime, he went through trauma, that he carried a lot of burden from the difficulties he had growing up. You know, because if you don't know, Will Smith is actually like a genius. He got accepted to MIT on a scholarship before he decided to become the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And being a smart, nerdy black kid living in the inner city, he took a lot of name calling and he was kind of looked at as a punk. Even today, people look at Will Smith as being soft and being the good guy. And he had a chip on his shoulder about that. And then finally, when he realized, you know, I can make all the money, I can make myself look the best I've ever been, I could be seen as the world's biggest movie star at some point in my career, but that doesn't stop me from feeling the hurt behind everything that happened to me before I got to this particular shining moment. But what helped to alleviate the hurt and what helped to start to lessen the trauma and what helped him really start to heal was when he pushed it out. When he pushed it out and he made other people's lives better. And once he made other people's lives better, seeing how he helped heal their wounds helped him heal his own wounds. And that's the reason why I say, like, there's another side to loving yourself. Yes, you do need to love yourself, but it has to be a mechanism that you then utilize to help you love others. And if you're not taking that lesson, then you're not actually learning. So I just wanted to make sure that I kind of full circled with that, because I don't think that a lot of people see it that way. I think, you know, in our kind of Insta culture life that we have, where everything is about that social media moment or getting off that big quip or being a meme or, you know, going viral and stuff like that, it's all these little segments and a moment being captured and that moment lasting forever and having some kind of resonance. But outside of that moment, there's everything else that's happening before and after. And that's got to mean something as well. So yeah, you might feel clever tossing off like, my group did this, you raggedy hoes. But after that moment is over, it's then like, and this is how we're passing that positivity forward. This is how we're using that momentum. I'm extremely proud of the fact that BTS sold 3.42 million units in a week. That is phenomenal. That is incredible. Currently, they have the fastest selling album of the century, I think is what they said. I'm very happy because as a longtime K-pop fan, as a longtime BTS fan, you love to see it. You really, really do. Now, let's take this level of achievement and turn it into something else. Turn it into another element of celebration. I would love to hear that Big Hit decided to say, in honor of selling 3.4 million records in 1 week, we're donating $3.42 million to the Australian bushfires. Pass it on. Move it outward. Make it improve other people. Make it go other places. You know, I thought it was great that they decided to take their Love Yourself campaign and use that for UNICEF. Let's keep that going. Let's keep on passing it outwards. And let's start telling other people, use this energy to pass it outwards. Instead of being so fucking territorial and hateful and spiteful and exclusive. Start being inclusive. So, you know, that's just how I feel about the situation. Speaking of BTS, again, congratulations for the amount of albums that you have sold. That is an incredible number of units to pass. You guys really are selling kings. One thing I did see on Twitter that concerned me, because I haven't really been keeping up with it so much, so I don't know how this is going to impact fans, but apparently the album's sell is going to impact fans in terms of their ability to win the tour lottery for tickets. And I don't really know the details so much, but if I had to guess, and this is just a guess, not a truth assumption, I'm guessing that when you get those little cards that come in the album that say, that have a little QRT code and you scan it and it shows the Big Hit website how many albums you've purchased, I'm assuming that those are your entries to the lottery, and that if they pull one of your entries, that allows you to do a kind of ticket pre-sale so that you're not fighting with scalpers to get the best tickets. But in essence, you kind of are, because you have people who do these huge group orders and they order like, 50, 60, 70 albums. And if you're doing a group order where they're opening your albums in order to sort photo cards, that person theoretically has access to 40, 50, 60 of these scan cards that they can use to improve their own odds for winning the lottery. And so you will get wealthier fans who are going to be the ones who are going to get the best seats. You are going to get people who have found a way to game the system. So at the end of the day, it really isn't all that fair. Honestly, it's still pretty unfair. So I'm tempted to see, I'm waiting to see how this turns out. But I'm hoping that these pre-sales aren't people kind of getting ready to game because they're wanting to win this ticket lottery. I hope it has nothing to do with that. I hope it's just genuinely people who are excited about this comeback. So we'll see. I don't know. Yeah. Is it Yaelin? Girl, I don't know her name. I'm so sorry. It's one of the members of EXID. She's left the group. So now there's only 2 members of EXID left in the group. It's Seulgi and Ellie, which it's kind of unfortunate. You hate to see it, because EXID has never been a huge group, so losing 3 members, or at least having 3 members leave Banana Culture, not great. But, everybody's got a life to live, everybody's got stuff to do, and if Banana Culture's not working for you, I get it. Do what you need to do. Ellie's gonna be fine because she's got plenty of royalties, but yeah, I'm really glad that, it doesn't seem like it's acrimonious. It seems like the girls still support each other. I think Hani's doing a drama and the other girls, acknowledged that and told people to watch. So I'm really glad for them that they're still fairly close, because sometimes that's not the facts when people leave. I'm talking about you, Miss A. I'm talking about you for a minute. Yeah, that was a lie. Seulgi's not getting married. That was something that people did because, like, oh, she went to an animal shelter for her birthday. And since everybody's talking about getting married, she's getting married. Ha ha ha. But no, she's not really getting married. It was a rumor. Sorry, it was a rumor. So I meant to show these things since we're on camera anyway. I bought a few albums from Yes Asia. I'm still selling a lot of stuff. I sold that Signed Monsta X album, and I sold some used SHINee CDs that I have. But I still have plenty of other stuff I need to sell. It's just that this last weekend I decided to do something super fun, and that is the reason why I didn't actually do the cataloging that I meant to do. So I'm just going to show you a quick picture of the super fun thing that I did this weekend because, yeah, it was a good time. I went to Casa Bonita. I know you can't see it. I know it's not focusing at all. But yeah, I went to Casa Bonita. And if you're not familiar with Casa Bonita, it was featured in an episode of South Park. And yeah, it is a real place. It is in Denver. It was an experience. It was an experience. I have to say, my stomach was so tore up. So incredibly torn up. I'll spare you the frightening details. But like, we got there at 1 o'clock. 1 in the afternoon on a Saturday. We left there probably around 2:30-ish. I was sick until almost noon on Sunday with all the digestive issues. And the food was trash looking, so I should have known it wasn't going to settle good with me. Like, this was the plate of food that they gave me. Does that not look like stomach trouble waiting to happen? But yeah, like, the food was cold, y'all. I had the enchilada. The inside of the enchilada was cold. Like, cold to the touch, ice cold, because apparently they microwave them shits. And the floor show was cool. They actually did have divers there, which was really awesome, which I was excited to see. I went there with my nephew. He's such a cutie patootie. This is my nephew right here. He's so much fun. But yeah, they had the cliff divers there, and that they have the pool that you can jump into. Well, not like I can jump into, but like the, you know what I mean, the cliff divers can jump into. So that was fun. So I mean, it has all the things, but it's just like, yeah, this would be nicer if this was nicer. Not only that, but like, we got the buffets. Well, not the buffets. We got the all-you-can-eat plates, because the plates that were not all-you-can-eat were only a $4 difference in price. A regular plate was around $15, and all-you-can-eat plate was $18.10. That's a lot of fucking money. And you saw what my plate looked like. I did not get a refill on that plate because it was so disgusting. So yeah, for $18, I expect more than a cafeteria lunch that's been warmed up in the microwave. But I do recommend going if you're a big fan of that particular episode of South Park. Just because then you can say, yeah, I've been to Casa Bonita. But outside of that, no, I don't recommend it. I do not recommend it at all. There were so many other super tasty places that we passed on the way to Casa Bonita that made me so sad, because I have been eating really good when I've been going to Denver. In fact, Casa Bonita is on Colfax Avenue. Me and Stephanie went to a restaurant on Colfax Avenue the weekend before. It's a Thai restaurant, and I got this beautiful basil fried rice from that restaurant. And this is like not a fake picture. This is the literal plate that I ate. I took this picture with my phone from the table where I was eating. Like, super great food. And that was probably a couple of miles away from Casa Bonita. Yeah, we could have done better. We could have done better. But, you know, I digress. So, CDs. Time to look at CDs. This is not going to be like a legit unboxing. It's just going to be me talking about the stuff that I bought. So I bought some CDs from Yes Asia. This is the only one I've opened so far. This is Jung Jin-woo's Rotate album. And I bought this because Alondria did her album collection on her channel a few months ago, and there were a lot of things that I wrote down that I was going to steal from her, but I still don't know where she lives, so I had no choice but to buy them for myself. So I bought this, and ooh, hey doll. I'm really excited because I am so in love with Planetarium right now. It's not even funny. I think I already talked to you guys about how I'm really digging Planetarium, but colors, I played that for you guys already. I just really, yay! I love color. Anyway, the whole album is really good, but color is probably my favorite song on this album. And I'm just really excited to have it. Also, Jung Jin-woo is very attractive. He is very, very, very attractive. So I recommend. You can't really tell how attractive he is on the pictures in this album because he's got his fucking bangs all in his face. So, like, I mean, you can tell he's good looking a little bit, but yeah, you can't really tell how attractive he is. But he has grown out his hair recently, so it's kind of like a shaggy poodle look. Oh, he's so fun. He's so fun. I like it so much. So, yeah. This is a good one. I'm really glad to have this. But he has two albums. So I got the other one too. I got his first one in my room. And I have not opened this either because I just got these today, guys. And then I came home and I made taco salad. So I haven't had a chance to open them yet. So, yeah. Bear with me, please. This one is a little bit more ballady in my opinion than Rotate is. But still, good stuff. So this is in my room. Both of these albums are still pretty easy to get. So if you can get them, please do. They're very easy to get. But this is basically a digipack. It's a digipack. I'm used to digipacks when it comes to KRMB. I don't expect anything better, honestly. When they have like good packaging, I'm shocked. Because I'm like, where the hell did this come from? But still, Oh, this one has a little bit better pictures. You can actually see his face in some of these. See, you can actually literally see his face. But yeah, his long hair, so nice. So very, very nice. Here, this is a good picture. You can kind of see, I lost the picture. Oh yeah, this is a good picture. This is a good picture. It gives you more of an idea of like how cute he is. Oh, look at that cutie. He's so cute. Aww. And then I got this, which is the new Golden album, Hate Everything. This has 5 songs. It has an English and a Korean version of Hate Everything. It is a sleeve. It's not even a digipack. It is a sleeve. I don't think I'm even going to open this, y'all, because it's a sleeve. I mean, I'm sure that there is a something or other in here, but yeah, it's a sleeve. It's a sleeve, y'all. So there you go. I don't think I'm even going to open that. Next, we have this, which is Jebanov's Good Thing. This was one of the albums that I thought I wasn't going to be able to get because I actually ordered a couple of things on this particular haul that I was told weren't going to be in stock, and this was one of them. It was this one in PH1's Halo. And then I got a message from Yes Asia saying that this had arrived to their warehouse and I was going to get it. So I said, all right, well, if it's at the warehouse, send it on. And so that's what we got here. Jebanov is an artist that I've heard through the years on everyone and their mother's projects, but I never thought about buying his project, which I can't explain to you why I'm like this. It just is the way my life works. But yeah, I've been hearing his name. I've been hearing his voice for quite a while in KRMB, but I've just never bought any of his stuff. And I think it was a conversation I was having with Alex where he was talking about like how he's getting into KRMB. Can I suggest anybody? And Jebanov's name came up because I really like his music. And I'm like, the fuck am I doing recommending music to somebody that I don't even own, that I haven't been actually supporting myself? So yeah, I really, really like Jebanov. It's good music. And this photo, even though this is a digipack, it has a really cute booklet to it. It's all pixelated. So it's like really cute, like video gamey pixelation. It reminds me of old NES games. I love it. It's really, really nice. And it comes with this sticker. That was in there too. Not that I would ever use it, but just saying, it had a sticker in it, so that's really cool. And this has got quite a few songs on it. The track list is actually on the CD, and it's got 10 songs on it. So that is exciting. Next, I have this, which is Dress and Sogum's album, Not My Fault. Sogum is the latest lady that has been added to the AOMG roster. And I got this because I didn't really pay any attention to this when it first came out. But once I found out that she was added to AOMG, I really like the artist on AOMG. I know it seems typical, like, oh, well, you're a KRMB fan, so of course you're going to like AOMG. No, it goes deeper than that. Like, for all of Jay Park's faults, he really is good at putting his fingers on the pulse of new artists. Like, you know, if you look at the roster there, they've got Gray and Loco and Simon Dominic, and they've got Hoodie, and, you know, Cha-Cha Malone is an in-house producer, and now they've got Sogum, and I'm sure there's other people that they have that are... Actually, I take that back. Anybody affiliated with AOMG whose primary language is not English is good to go. I had to caveat that because some of his English artists, not a fan. But yeah, I really like AOMG. I like what they produce. I like their artistry. I like the efforts they put in their releases. And so since she doesn't have a project out on AOMG right now, I decided to get this project because it's really all I could get my hands on for her. This is scary looking to me. Not gonna lie to you. This looks a little demonic. It reminds me of 808s and Heartbreaks by Kanye West a little bit. Yeah. KRMB, they're always doing something artistic. But yeah, this is scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. This photo book in here is not... This is nightmare fuel, guys. This is not... I'm almost afraid to show you this other picture here because it actually is kind of scaring me a little. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I'm not gonna look at the rest of that. That's okay. It's okay. Sorry. It's okay. We don't need that. It's cool. We're saved in here. And then the last thing I got is something that I have been meaning to buy for a super long time. Like, I have been meaning to buy this now, I want to say close to 2 years. Let me see. No, well, about a year. Well, close to 2 years. It feels like this was released in January of 2018. So yeah, close to 2, ooh, right at 2 years. Gee whiz. Okay, so this is something I've been meaning to buy for a really long time, but for some reason, it would just like always be sitting in my cart and I wouldn't get it. And then I'd tell myself the next time I order something, I'm going to get it. But then I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna. I'll get it later. And I just kept going back and forth until finally I'm like, you know what? If I wait too long, it's going to go out of print and then I'm going to be kicking myself. This is the OST for Prison Playbook. This is not a show that I watched. I've heard good things about it, but it is not a show that I watched. However, it is a show that had an amazing soundtrack. And so I decided to get it because, you know, I like music. So on the soundtrack here, there's 2 CDs. There's like one CD that is like the background music instrumentally side. And then there's like the more K-hip-hop, K-R&B soundtracky side. So I'm just going to read off the artists that I can see right now. There's BY, Zico, Mino, I see Woogie, Davi, I see Zico, or Zion T. I think that Hayes might be on here. Like, this has an incredible artist roster. Look it up online. This is a really great soundtrack. And so I needed to get it because, like I said, it's been out for 2 years and I knew if I didn't get it now, I wasn't going to get it. So I decided to go ahead and just make this happen. So this is the front and it opens up this way. So like you're opening the cell door. That's really cool. And then you open it. Oh shit. It comes with stuffs. It comes with stuffs. I was not prepared for that, y'all. Okay. So it comes with, ooh, is that a sticker? Oh, no. That means I can't open this very often. Okay, so when you open the door, right here is a sticker. It's not a magnet. It's a sticker closure. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let me dump this out here. And then oh, don't fall. Don't fall. Inside, it looks like this, which is really, really cool. And then you have a laminate card here, which looks like a mugshot. I wonder if that matches with anything. There's a one card all pass thing here. I don't know what that is. Maybe somebody let me know. But I'm assuming that this must go to something on one of these photo books to like make it look like the person is being arrested. So like if you were to put this, oh yeah, okay, that works. Okay, so like on the photo book, you could put the card and then it looks like it's like a snapshot from prison. That's kind of cool. I've never seen an unboxing of this, so I did not know what to expect when I got it, but like it works. If any of the bigger pictures, it absolutely freaking works. That is really nice. That is a cool little fun fact. That is nice. I dig it. I really dig it. So yeah, it's got scenes from the series, which, like I said, I've never watched it, so these pictures don't really mean anything to me, but still, they're good pictures. There's lots of pictures in here. So if you are a fan of the series, then you should be fans of this. Isn't he in Winter? Is he in Winter? Like I said, I don't know anything about the series, but isn't he in Winter? I feel so confused. So I guess this, is he in this series? Is that what's going on? Yeah, he's in this series. He acts in this series. So if you are a fan of Winner, you might want to watch this series because apparently he is an actor in this series. All right. Good deal. Good deal. But yeah, this is Prison Playbook. This is a really nice little booklet. And then you get this card, like a postcardy thing here. Also, you get this, which is a sticker sheet. Huh. This is such a quirky little thing. You know, one thing that I don't collect just because most of the time I only like one song or two songs is OSTs. I just do not collect OSTs. But OSTs, especially like special or limited edition OSTs, oftentimes have really clever or interesting packaging. So this is my first time experiencing this kind of thing, but I know like for other soundtracks like Rooftop Prince and stuff like that, it tends to be kind of more extravagant packaging because fans of the show tend to buy the OSTs. It makes me want to buy the Hotel de Luna soundtrack, honestly. But yeah, it comes with this sticker set, and they look like line stickers or Cacao Talk stickers. This is really cute. It also comes with this, which is a Wish notebook. The New Life of, I'm sure this is a tie-in to the series. I'm certain this is a tie-in. Oh, look at that. It's already filled in. So I guess if you watch the series, you can see all the notes that the character who writes in the notebook wrote. So that's really cool too. I don't understand written Korean. I don't understand spoken Korean, honestly, to be completely real with you. So this is not something I can read, but this is still really, really cool. And let's see, what else do we have here? I don't know what this is. This feels like this is some kind of a protest sign or something. But yeah, that's really interesting. This is nice. This was a lot more packaging than I'm used to when we're talking about K-hip-hop, K-R&B. But this is really, really nice. I'm never going to open this again. I'm so sorry. I know that I should probably play with this all the time. I think the only time I'll ever open it again is when I'm taking out the CD, and if I ever watch this series, I'll probably open it again to look at the photo book one more time. But outside of that, I'm not going to ever open this again. And it's not because I hate it. It's not because I'm wasteful. It is because it has a sticker closure. And because it has the sticker closure, I can't keep opening and closing this because I'm going to fuck it up. So I'm going to take the CD out of this so I can listen to the CD. And outside of that, this is probably going to stay closed forever. Also because, like, I bought this for the music. I didn't buy it because of the show. So I really don't need to be sitting around looking at the photo book all the time. I just really need to listen to the music. That's what I bought it for. So, yeah. This is gorgeous. I will probably never open it anymore. But that's all the haul stuff I have right now. I have a couple of things I have ordered. I have a couple of things I need to order, but I'm still trying to make up my mind what I want to do. I ordered 3 CDs from Yes Asia. Only one has shown up to the warehouse, so I don't have high hopes that I will get everything. I'm kind of sad about that because, like, I really want it, but I just don't think it's going to happen for me. So I wanted to get, English is your first language, learn how to use it. I wanted to get the June CD that Alondria doesn't want to let me steal from her, but it is slowly becoming sold out everywhere. I ordered it from K-Pop Plus, and then they wrote me back and told me that they didn't have it in stock, so I couldn't get it from them. And then I tried to order it from Yes Asia recently, and I don't think that I'm going to be able to get it from them. And if I can't get it from them, I guess the next step would be trying to find it on Zen Market maybe, because I can't even find it on eBay. Like, there is not a single listing for it on eBay. And then I tried to order Gaho's Preparation for a Journey, and I think there's still a copy left on Amazon, but Yes Asia, they're not coming through with theirs. So yeah, sad days. We're coming up short on a lot of the things that we want. I was asked about concerts I'm excited to go to. I am going to go to Monster X in Denver, and I'm going to go with my my what you call it. I can't even speak English, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be going with Stephanie, but not my Stephanie. I'm gonna be going with the other Stephanie, the Stephanie the Shawwal that lives here in town. I'm gonna be going with her, because the concert, they're gonna be in Denver in June, which is usually when my Stephanie is with her dad. So that's the reason why I won't be going with my Stephanie. But yeah, I'll be going to see Monster X. The Taemin thing, I'm still not sure if Taemin is going. I heard that poster that showed like Taemin's world tour solo stuff, that was a hoax, that was not real. So I haven't seen any independent confirmation that Taemin's actually doing a solo tour of the United States. And I've already seen Super M once. So yeah, I won't be going to see them again this year because, you know, a girl has priorities. They just raised my rent. So like, no, won't be doing that. And then, who is it? I think AB6, their tickets just went on sale recently. I'm not going to be seeing them, but apparently they're coming to the United States, so that's exciting for everybody. And then I think 6 is supposed to be coming as well. I know AB6 is coming because Live Nation sent me an email in my inbox, so I know for sure that AB6 is coming because like I saw that Live Nation notification and it was completely unsolicited. I did not ask Live Nation to keep me updated. The 6th thing, I don't know what's going on with them, but yeah. And then I'm sure that there'll be more stuff going on this summer, and there'll probably be some like really cool and interesting K-hip-hop tour that's going to happen that I'm not going to know anything about. And by the time I do, it'll be a week before they show up in like Boot Scoot, Wisconsin, and I'm not going to be able to go. I don't know if Crush is. I don't think Crush is going to tour the States. The reason I don't think that he will is because I think that these performances he's doing in Korea are his farewell performances. Like, I'm not saying he's not going to come back. I would absolutely not say that. But I think that Crush bringing out Zion T, bringing out Dean, bringing out Zico and Penamiko and all of his other friends, I think all of that is just him saying like, hey, let's do one big thing before I get the fuck up out of here. I have to say, Alondria, you and I, we need to talk because like Crush, that man must be slanging feet of dick. Like he must just be knocking hoes down left and right because one night he brings his old man and one night he brings his new man. And then the night that he brings his new man, him, Dean, Zico, and Penamiko go out to drink one night, and Dean is drunk as a fucking skunk, and he's just like, you're the best. I love you so much. You're just, yeah, you're really good. I'm like, you are sprung, sir. You are abso-fucking-lutely sprung. Not only that, but on the night that he brings Zion T out, they decide to do Just Together, which is lovely and cute and wonderful. The night he brings out Dean, he has Dean singing Zion T's portion of Oasis. I'm telling you, Crush is so fucking messy. Crush is so fucking messy. Yoseb, can we talk to you for a minute? Is this the way you have to live your life? Is this the way you choose to live your life? You're constantly embarrassing your wife out here. Here she is. She's done dyed her hair back to her native color because she feels like you like her with a more natural look. She's trying to rekindle that old flame. She's like, you know, I done gave up all that weird blonde shit. I'm trying to be dark haired and, you know, be who you remember me being back when we were first in love. And here you are bringing out your hoe again, looking scraggly and raggly and homeless. And you're just like, you know, I love you, baby.
Oh, yeah.
But I still got to have some of that sticky strange.
What?
And, you know, it makes me sad. It makes me sad. And Dean, you don't have to lower yourself that way. Find you a man who's only yours. Find you one who doesn't have you chasing behind him every day. Find you one who doesn't bring his wife out for his first day and then brings you out for the background. You deserve more than that. Here Dean is singing his heartbreak out on stage all the time, constantly hoping that one day he'll be the only one. You're never going to be the only one, girl. You're never going to be the only one. He may leave his main girl for a couple of months, a couple of years even, but he's always going to go back home. You're never going to be the only one. Just because you're cool with his friends are assholes.
Or you'll be his new only one, then he'll go cheating on you.
Exactly. The same way you got him is the way you're going to lose him. So maybe you need to live right. Maybe you need to live. Just because he lets you hang out around his friends doesn't mean you're his only one. I bet Zion T is at the house right now with curlers on talking about, I told you not to let them up in my house. Zico don't even take his shoes off when he comes around here. He is not allowed in our house. What are the dogs gonna think? What are the dogs gonna think? So yeah, I'm sure Zion T has said, don't bring that riffraff into my humble abode. They ain't got no manners. You go meet them at the bar. That's where you meet them. You go to the bar and y'all drink over there. You stink. Be sure to take off your clothes when you hit the front door. Take a bath. You can't climb into bed with me smelling like soju all night long.
Ooh.
Yeah, so literally. So that,
Someone's got standards.
So Crush is not coming here. Not if he doesn't have a chance to show off all his love affairs. That man's ridiculous. Did y'all see the Go DeMarcus thing that was online?
Yeah, my staring here. I was looking at you and you was looking at me and we was thinking, boo, boo, boo. Go to Marcus, 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 go to Marcus. Now get crunk with it, 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 now get crunk with it. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go, go.
Crush. And I'm not even saying that Crush can't dance. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that when you put that little Go DeMarcus on top of it, that shit is hilarious. Woo! That had me rolling. It legitimately had me rolling. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, the dance moves fit. It was so funny. I'm going to have to pull that up. Talk amongst yourselves. Stephanie, talk to the people for me while I'm trying to find this video.
So, I think the world is good. But I don't like that Stranger Things didn't give Lucas more of a character arc. You gave everyone a character arc. Even that weird guy Murray who's obsessed with Russians. And you're not giving one of your main characters a story arc? I call that racism, because that's what it is. Racism. And I saw what you did to his sister by making her a black caricature, with the exception of being a math whiz. She's still sassy and loud, and all the white people in the fandom are calling her annoying now. Thanks a lot, Duffer Brothers. We really love that good representation about how the only black girl on your show is loud and sassy, and she does math pretty well, but we really never see that come to use. Why? Because you don't want to know that. You don't want your viewers to remember that. You only want Erica to be the sassy black girl because y'all couldn't think of anything else to write her as. Racism. Y'all racist. Y'all didn't want to put black people on that show anyway. Y'all wanted it to be that same white people show about the 80s. It's not even accurate to the 80s. There was black folks back in the 80s all the time. It's just that y'all want that romanticized version of the 80s, huh? That white dream 80s. Get out of here with that. Get all the way out of here with that. Don't think I didn't see y'all. Don't think I didn't see y'all.
So apparently Stephanie had a word she needed to deliver.
Because it's gross. It's gross. If you're going to add diversity to your show, at least do a good job.
Tarian says, I do admit, though, the ice cream sample scene was funny.
It was. but everything else really, by making her seem basically like a burden to the whole Scoops Troop thing, y'all done messed up. Y'all done messed up. And now y'all are gonna add even more white men to the show next season. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Okay, so there you go.
And also the fact that, yes, we got our lesbian on the show, but before we got her being a lesbian, we had to have that whole story arc of Steve falling in love with her. Just let her be a lesbian in peace. Why do you have to have this story arc of him falling in love with Robin and everybody saying, oh my gosh, y'all look so cute together, and then having that scene where he gets dumped? Now, admittedly, I
have never watched a single episode of Stranger Things.
But we didn't need it. We didn't need him to have a crush on the girl who doesn't like boys. We didn't need that.
I feel like she's told me this probably 4 or 5 times, but because I never watched Stranger Things, I'm literally like...
Overall, y'all done messed up. Y'all messed up Mike's character this season. Y'all messed up Hopper's character this season. Y'all messed up everybody's character this season. Only because y'all wanted to add more jokes. And promote your ice cream at Baskin Robbins. And promote your hot dogs and hamburgers. And then I'm going to make a Christmas song about Stranger Things because we want more promotion for our show. Get out of here. Maybe I would like more promotion for the show if your show was actually good anymore, but it's not, so...
Okay, so DeMarcus.
Go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go, 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 go to Marcus. Now get crunk with it. 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 Now pop with it. 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 Go ahead.
That is never not gonna be funny. For all of time, that will always be hilarious to me. It'll always be hilarious. I'll send it to the group chat, Tara, don't you worry about it. But yes. That video will always be hilarious to me. I could watch that thing on fucking loop and it always makes me giggle. Always makes me giggle. But yeah. Let's see here. I got to find you on my thing. Let's see. Yeah, that's us. There you go. Sent to group. But anyway, yeah. That's Go to Marcus with Crush. It's hilarious. It's the funniest thing.
Even though in that original video, why did it seem like the girl wanted to get away with him? Get away from him.
I was gonna say.
Get away from him. Because isn't she supposed to be like the girl that's like, oh, you're being so romantic.
It's supposed to be an Usher video. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a freaking Usher video.
I know.
So like, it was a little boy. I'm assuming that the original was filmed in like the 90s or something. But yeah.
Or early 2000s.
I think that's what it was.
And she sort of made the romantic smile sometimes, but also.
So here's the original video.
Awkward.
You better bring your butt straight to the park, and I mean it. And you better be messing with the fast tail of boys, girl.
Now how is this her fault? All she's doing is walking in the park.
Hey, the mama, where you going? Why you so fast in the rush? What happened? Look, but let me get to the part anyway. Look, my lips, my steering here. I was looking at you.
Harassment!
And we was thinking, woo, 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 woo. My lips, my steering here. I was looking at you, you was looking at me, and we was thinking, woo, woo. Hey, baby.
Harassment!
I know you got it, man. I know you love me, girl. But I love you more than anything. Get my over. I could buy you diamonds and rings.
Kind of into it.
She seems like she's trying to get the fuck away from him. She's walking really fast.
She's into it and getting away at the same
He's
time.
working hard to catch up with her because she's trying to get the fuck up out of here.
I know you, man. I know you want to finish girl. But look,
I think she regrets being
She's
part of
climbing
this music
stairs to
video.
get away from him.
let me tell you
Harassment!
something. Pulling your skirt up, doing something
Police!
like
Help!
Wait, if he's a
Let me
little
tell you
kid,
something
why is
about
he
love
saying
you,
pulling
and I
your
will change
skirt
that
up?
world, 'cause you know how
I know they didn't have this little girl in the skirt doing the twirly whirl. Oh, she's got on some shorts or something.
My stare in here. I was looking at you, you was looking at me.
This is
we
so
was
awkward.
thinking, whoa.
I have to tell you, this is 1997. These people are all 30.
You was looking at me and we was thinking.
Run, girl, run!
Get to it.
We was thinking.
Nervous smile.
Hey, remember when I was running thing and you was still chasing and banging things? But look, girl, let me take that out the subject. Let me tell you something real quick, make your heart melt to the floor. But look, let me pick up back up, put another song and you make it go with the hook. Then you try to get by.
This is
You
just
back in the
gibberish.
ride doing for mine. But let me tell you something. Switch
This
your mind
little
up.
flip.
I love you, girl, and I want you to get this go. My lips, my staring here. I was looking at you and you was looking at me and we was thinking. My lips,
Run, girl!
my staring here. I was looking at you and you was looking at me and we was thinking.
She looks like she's not even as old as him.
No, she looks significantly younger.
Yeah, this shit is creepy.
I
mean, I get that they're kids, but still, who's the adult filming this?
But let me tell you something, because I love you, and I want to take the word for you.
It probably is somebody's old nasty ass
I know
saying.
you think that, but you my whole world. I know you think that. My lips, my staring here. I was looking at you, and you was looking at me. And we
Where are the grown-ups?
The 80s recording is
Where are the grown-ups?
I was looking at you and you was looking
She looks
at
terrified.
me.
And then he kisses her forehead.
Go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go, 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 go. Go to Marcus, now get crunk with it, 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 now pop with it, 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 pop with it.
She's
Go
just making her
ahead,
escape.
go ahead.
See, she's running.
Go
That's
ahead,
right, girl.
Go
Do a
ahead,
smooth tour. They don't
go
notice you
ahead,
left.
Go ahead, nah, and that's the end of that show.
You poor baby. You poor sweet thing, you. Mm-mm-mm. I feel like an accomplice. I feel like an accomplice. I just want to jump in a time machine and save this child. Because you can hear a fucking grown-ass man in there going to go ahead, go ahead. What? Multiple adults were on the scene and let this shit go down?
They got a girl at the beginning to say a line from a script.
You better not be out there messing with no fast-tail boys.
They thought they were making a Vivo
Oh,
style
man.
music video.
Oh, this poor girl child. And then the slow corkscrew. I mean, oh my gosh.
And then the fact that he was doing this on her.
I was looking at you and you was looking at me and I was thinking. Singing directly through his nasal passage. My lips, my staring here. Oh my gosh. Where is CPS? Where is Child Protective Services? Oh man. Where's DIFUS? DIFUS is the Department of Family Services, I think. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. this poor baby child.
There were like 3 adults watching this happen.
Yes! Like, oh, this poor girl.
That one lady at the beginning, the person shooting the video, and then that guy in the background who was cheering on DeMarcus.
Yeah, like, seriously. This is an example of the reason why people like R. Kelly get away with what they get away with. Like, not to take it back to something completely serious, but like, you notice at the beginning of the thing, who got the warning? The little girl got the warning. And the little girl got the warning about these boys. And they say it to her like she's doing something wrong by leaving the house. You better not be out there around them fast-tail boys. Madam, I'm literally trying to get to the swing set and the slide so I can go down the corkscrew. That was what I was on my way to do. That little fast-tail boy came out and found me. And I did my best to get the fuck away from him once he started crumping. So, you know, why am I the one being looked at like I'm fast? You know, he's the one who's got me all hemmed up against a brick wall talking about, woo, 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 woo. And then other grown people all around him about, go ahead, get crunk with it. You can do it. What adult is DeMarcus watching that he's patterning his behavior after?
Probably some of those videos.
Yeah, probably some old nasty ass video he was watching. And that's why he's like, I know how to become an R&B star. I just have to grind on a girl and then do my cool ass dance moves.
And his parents probably like, yeah, this is acceptable.
Yeah, so... You know, this is why it's tough being a black woman in America. You do what you can. You try to raise them right, but the world keeps coming after you. They keep trying to make you a target, and it's just, it's fucking unacceptable. Speaking of unacceptable societal things, going to bed, Mama? Yeah. All right, night-night. That's Stephanie. She didn't want to be on camera, but she says night-night. Speaking of unacceptable things, I don't normally talk about BeautyTube because, as you can see from my beautifully made-up face, I'm all about the beauties.
Yes, gaga.
But no, seriously, I don't ever talk about BeautyTube. But Nikki Tutorials came out as transgendered a couple days ago. And it is stunning to me because I cannot believe I didn't clock that. I mean, not saying that I should have, but Nikki Tutorials is 6'3". But at the same time, she's lived her entire life as a young lady, so it is what it is. I think it's really great that somebody like Nikki Tutorials exists because I don't recall anybody early on saying she looks like a man. And Nikki Tutorials has been on YouTube forever. But I don't recall anyone ever saying like, oh, she looks like a man or she must be, you know, hiding something. Like, she's always been looked at as just like a large woman, basically, you know, and for her to be so seamless and then all of a sudden having to reveal this, I hate the fact that this had to be revealed because of blackmail. I absolutely abhor that. I think that if you're going to tell your story and you're going to tell it at your own pace, you need to be comfortable with it and be ready for whatever repercussions you have from saying it, you know, because the truth is not every environment is a safe environment to come out in. And if you're in an environment where your life could be at stake, or if you're in an environment where you could lose your ability to take care of yourself, then you have a right to stay in the closet because you deserve to protect your actual life over having to tell your truth because other people demand it of you. But yeah, apparently someone blackmailed her and said, if you don't tell the world, I will tell the world. So she had to tell it. I hate that. I really, really hate that. But I also love the fact, again, that she told it because it's showing that, like, this whole trying to blackmail me into saying something or doing something I wouldn't do. I have far too much integrity and I have far too much belief in myself to allow you to manipulate me or to use me or make me do something that's completely out of my character. So I'll just tell it then. How about that? So I appreciate that she took the power back and decided to tell her story the way she wanted to tell it. But there was one small thing in her whole discussion that had me extremely concerned. And not concerned in terms of like feeling like she's in trouble personally, but being worried for maybe her personal life a little bit. And maybe I'm wrong. You watch the video again, you tell me what you think. But in the video, it kind of alluded to the fact that her boyfriend didn't know she was transgendered until this blackmail attempt. And that's concerning to me. And I'll tell you why. He's not her boyfriend. He is her fiance, which means they got to a point where he was publicly engaged to her. And so he's already basically allowed her to let the world know, I claim you as mine. I believe in us. I believe in our future. I believe in what we're going to be. And so I'm willing to put my face, my background, my family, all of these things I'm willing to associate with you on an extremely public level because I feel like you are my future. And I couldn't be more proud of who you are. But that's assuming I know everything about you. And at this point, there's no way to take back his identity. The internet remembers forever. He'll always be known as NikkieTutorials, fiance, husband, boyfriend, whatever. And he went into that role without actually being told what that role could possibly entail. And there's a number of conversations that I wonder, did she have with him? Did they ever talk about children? If they did talk about children, what did she say? Did she say, I never want to have kids, I only want to adopt? Did she say, I can't have kids for medical reasons? Like, where'd that conversation go? When he went over to her mother's house to look at baby photos, apparently Nikki started transitioning when she was about 6 maybe, or went full-time, transitioned at 6. So there's probably pictures of Nikki as a toddler dressed in boy clothes. And, you know, how was that explained? And I'm not saying she has to do all these things on my time or anyone else's time. But if there is at least one person who deserves that truth to be revealed before it gets too late, it is the person who asked you to marry them. You don't even have to tell your boyfriend, honestly. Like, if you're dating a guy and things aren't that serious, y'all fucking around, or maybe you're just trying to figure out whether or not he is the one, you're not required to tell him shit unless you're pulling down trowel. Once you start getting naked and maybe there's some surprises to be revealed, then yeah, maybe you need to have that conversation before you get to that moment. But from what I understand from the conversation, Nikki is fully transitioned, not going to get graphic. So perhaps he had no idea because there was nothing outwardly to give the idea that it was anything but. But yeah, you need to tell it because that impacts a lot for a person, because unfortunately we live in a shitty fucking world. We live in a world where somebody's going to look at him, and if he's not thick-skinned enough, they're going to be like, man, you fucking gay. You sleeping with a man. And if he's not strong enough, if he's not prepared for it, this is going to affect your relationship. Because he's going to say, I didn't sign on for this, or I'm not prepared to continue to handle this, or I don't want to go any further being known as the person engaged or married to someone who used to be a man. And again, I'm not saying this is anything against NikkieTutorials, because like I said, I feel like it's extremely brave what she did. And I love the fact that she is going to be a beacon of guidance for so many young people, even older people, even people my age, to look at her stand there. And you could tell throughout the entire video that she was frightened to death. To see her stand there and tell it, even as scared as she was, and tell it so eloquently and make it so relatable and personable. Like, there's a lot to admire there. There's a ton to admire there. I just have that one area where I'm worried for her and I'm worried for him, you know, and I'm worried about other people who will look at this approach and think this is how you do it. Because as a person of color and as a person who has been an ally to the LGBT community for many, many years. Like, I used to work at a gay bar back when I was 18. I'm 40 now. So many, many years I've been an ally. I know of transgender women who have been beaten, who have lost jobs, who have gone through many, many life trials because of a reveal. Not because of who they were, but because of them revealing who they are. And especially as a person of color, I cannot tell you how many times you read stories about transgendered women of color, especially Black transgendered women, who are killed by their intimate partners because of the revelation. Not even necessarily a revelation to their intimate partner, but because someone from the community says, oh, you're dating Darnell. What do you mean, Darnell? I'm dating Darnisha. No, that's Darnell. And then all of a sudden, Darnisha turns up dead. And because I've seen that happen in real life, I am always worried about that aspect of it. I'm always worried about that because sometimes it turns out okay. Sometimes it's as mild as let's just break up. Sometimes there might be some curse words and things thrown in. And sometimes someone loses their life. And so I hope at some point in the future, she will address that. I really, really do. And address it in a way of maybe just saying, like, if I could do it over again, this is what I would do different. Or, I mean, she does allude to the fact that, you know, it is important to tell these things to the people that are closest to you. And she also does allude to the fact that she's lost a lot of people in her life that she told her secret to, and they did not take it well. So for those reasons alone, like, I get why you would be hesitant. But when you get to the point that someone is saying, I want to marry you, that's when you tell. It's not waiting until you're blackmailed. Like, you need to tell that individual at that point. But that could be me being seen as old-fashioned. Like, I just know I am overwhelmingly generally supportive of Nikki Tutorials. Overwhelmingly. And I hate that she was blackmailed. But that one little tidbit I'm holding on to a little bit because, like I said, there's been too many times where people waited too long and then it came back to be deadly for them. And that is something that I hold close to my heart for many reasons. Not because I'm not transgender. Not that there's anything wrong. I hate saying that. I don't want to say not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that I'm not saying that I hold it close to me because it's my own personal experience. I'm saying that I have known people who have gone through some experiences, and seeing it up close and personal, seeing it one-on-one, it is devastating. It is heartbreaking. I've told you guys the story about Raymond. I told you about how as a little boy, he dressed up as a young lady to go to a school Halloween party or whatever, and about his mom abandoning him in the United States, like her moving to Germany and leaving her son here because he was gay. And, you know, I think looking back on it, Raymond wasn't actually gay. I think he was actually legitimately transgendered. But I think about the tough times he went through. I think about, you know, homelessness that he experienced. And I remember, you know, me going away to college and my mom having him come over to the house, totally strung the fuck out, asking if she could buy him a cell phone. And, you know, we lost track of him over the years, and I hope he is still living. I don't know his last name in order to be able to look him up, otherwise I absolutely would. But the streets are not kind. The streets are not kind, and especially as a young LGBT teen, the streets are not kind. And I just hope that he's still around, and I hope that his life is improved. So that's the reason why I say, you know, that's a thing that I would like her to elaborate on at a future time, because it's not a game. It's not a game. And thank God it seems like the man that she is engaged to is being open-minded, and he's having difficult conversations with her, and they're working it out without violence, without something bad happening. But I'm going to recommend a video to you. Let's see. Okay, so the video I'm going to recommend to you that is not related to Nikkie Tutorials at all, but it is a makeup video, and it deals with a situation where somebody outed themselves to a potential romantic partner and it came to bad ends. It is a video called The Bizarre Jenny Jones Case. Secret crush revealed goes wrong. I know that's a lot of words, but trust me, if you type in the word Bailey and the word Jenny Jones, you will find this video. Bailey Sarian is a makeup artist who downloads videos several times a week. But Bailey Sarian, she does, on Monday, she does something called Murder Mystery Makeup Mondays, where she applies makeup and she talks about a famous murder case or a famous mystery case or something else. And she did a video, and it's at the top of my screen here. You can see it. She's got the kind of black makeup on. She did a video about the Jenny Jones case, and I'd like you to watch it because I was a teenager when that happened, and the situation was basically that Jenny Jones used to do these surprise crush shows. And so a guy came on a show to find out who his surprise crush was, or like who it was that had a crush on him. And the producer said, it could be a man, it could be a woman, you know, we're not going to tell you, but somebody's going to come out here and tell you they have a crush on you. The person who came out and said they had a crush on him was a man. When they got back home, the guy who had the secret revealed to him, he told the producers, do not air my segment on television because I feel really upset about it. I feel upset that this man came out to me, and I don't want people at home thinking I am gay or anything like that. And the producers basically kind of blew him off, I guess. So while he's at home, I guess he gets more and more worked up about the idea that this man is going to make him look gay on television. Not even that he was in a relationship with this man, but just him not responding to the crush negatively is going to make him seem like he's gay too. So he proceeds to get a gun and he kills the man who revealed his crush on the Jenny Jones show. And that is obviously a very extreme reaction to internalized homophobia. But at the same time, that is a stark reality of what a lot of people deal with. There are a lot of men out there that cannot handle any kind of association with homosexuality. There's a lot of women who can't handle it too. But most women don't shoot their lesbian girlfriends or female to male partners. Like, we tend to not be as outwardly violent about that kind of stuff. Whereas men, especially cis men, they tend to be extremely violent, and it comes to bad ends. And that's an example of like the worst that it could get, but that's where the concern is for sure. I just don't want that to happen to anybody else. So watch that. I love Bailey's personality. I'm not subscribed to her because her other videos don't really suit me, but every freaking Monday, I always make sure to watch her Murder Mystery Mondays because I love the way she tells a story. I love her little quirky kind of go-to quotables. Nay, nay, I say. I love that. That's so cute. But yeah, I really like her. And if you like me, I feel like you'll like her because she's a very entertaining storyteller. But also, like I said, it's a stark reminder that as far as we feel like our culture has gone and as open-minded as we think our culture is, it really is not. And so you need to do what's best for you to protect yourself, because people are out here and they're trying to kill us. Whether we know it or not, There's going to always be something about us that somebody else is going to take issue with, that somebody else is going to be afraid of, that somebody else is going to have resentment towards, and you got to do what you got to do to keep you right. You got to do what you got to do to protect you. You got to do what you got to do to keep your sanity. So, yeah. Woo! This went off on a tangent, but I'm glad I talked about that. I really, really am, because also it may encourage you, if you haven't seen Nikki's video, to watch it. I have not seen Valentine Road. Please tell me more. It might encourage you to watch Nikki's video because it's a really well done video. It is extremely sincere. It's very revelatory, and it is watching somebody live in their toughest moment and seeing them do it with a level of grace and understanding that you don't typically see. A lot of times when people live in their toughest moment, it is a moment where they are covered in tears, where they look worn down and beaten, and they look diminished. And she looks proud, and she looks regal, and she looks like she's owning the situation. She looks powerful, but at the same time completely warm, completely open, completely vulnerable too. And to be both of those things at the same time is a level of like self-knowledge and self-actualization I aspire to get to. Because I'm usually either one or the other. Either I'm extremely vulnerable and revelatory, or I'm extremely like outgoing and gregarious and kind of putting on my face. Not that I'm disingenuous at all. Both of those things are sincere for me, but I'm usually between one or the other. I'm not all things at the same time, and she is literally all things at the same time throughout her entire video. It's amazing. It is amazing. So please do check it out. Oh yeah, people get murdered for all kinds of stuff. People get murdered for the stupidest shit in the world. I remember reading about, like, in Dallas, somebody getting murdered at a football party because they ate the last of the Rotel dip. Not even fucking kidding you. I read about a man who got murdered at a football party because they had Rotel dip, which, for those of you who don't know what Rotel dip is, it's basically a fake cheese brick from Velveeta. You put it in a crock pot, you add either ground beef or sausage to the Velveeta, and you add a couple of cans of what they call Rotel, which is a brand. The brand is called Rotel, but basically it's diced up tomatoes and diced up jalapenos, and it's in a can, and you throw the jalapeno and tomato mix in with the sausage, in with the Velveeta, and you use maybe half a packet of taco seasoning. This is a recipe you can do at home if you have access to these ingredients. But yeah, that is Rotel dip. It's fucking delicious, by the way. Like, I can see getting in a fight over it, but to fucking stab somebody to death over fucking Rotel dip, you have got to be shitting me. You have got to be shitting me. But, like, that's the kind of stupid shit that happens out here in this world. That's why you got to protect yourself. Because there is a lunatic willing to kill people for Rotel dip. If that don't tell you that the world is out to get us all, that that's the kind of shit that somebody is murderous about, when there's whole grocery stores down the street where you could make yourself your entire own container of Rotel dip, it ain't that fucking serious, y'all. It ain't that fucking serious. People getting murdered over fucking food. Fucking food. And in America, with some of the fattest people on earth, where we have constant access to cheap food, people are fighting in the streets over food. What sense does that make? Seriously, what sense does that make? Exhausting. This is the reason why I don't live in Texas anymore. I love Texas, but it's the reason why I do not live in Texas anymore. Not me, girl. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for having discussions with me. We had a little good time in there. Oh! Last thing I need to show you guys, because you deserve it. Because you deserve it, honestly. So I got this in the mail. And this is my shipment of posters from Super M. It came from Austin, Texas. That's interesting. I got 2 signed posters from Super M. So the first one I got is this one right here. Of course, Taemin. Woo, sexy. And then the second one I got is this one. Kai. Woo, sexy. No, mine was not dented at all. Mine looked really good, actually. I'm not sure how other people's came dented because mine came in this really hard folder here. Like, I don't know if you could tell. Pretty hard. But inside of that folder was this firm piece of cardboard. And the cardboard fits the same space as the poster. So I'm not sure how other people's got dented unless they like have assholes for delivery people, and like that's real. So that probably is how they got dented, is like somebody took this thing and then set a fucking box on top of it and crushed the shit out of it. This shipped, when the hell did this ship? I don't know when this shipped. I've had it for a while now though. Oh, it shipped January the 7th. That's what it says down. January the 7th. So many people were so mad, and I was in the same folder. I saw it a lot on Twitter. Yeah, this shipped January the 7th, and it's, like I said, it was packaged really, really well. But yeah, I want to show you guys these things. Also because this one right here, this isn't mine. This is going to belong to one of you. So, it's been a long time since your girl did a giveaway. I haven't done a giveaway on my channel since the night I was drunk. That was a good time, by the way. If you weren't there for the night that I was giving away light sticks, you should have been there, because it was a good time to be had. But I haven't done a giveaway in a really long time. So, I'm going to be giving away not only this Kai Super M poster, but I have an extra Kai Super M album, US Press. I'll be giving that away. The giveaway rules are super duper simple for anybody who's interested. The giveaway is going to end January the 31st, Mountain Standard Time. It is only applicable to the contiguous 48 states and any APO addresses. Those are military addresses. Unfortunately, I can't ship this poster international because the postage is way too fucking high. So, like, if you enter in your international, the only way you are getting this poster in this album is if you pay the postage yourself, because, baby, I can't. I'm so sorry. But I'm giving away that signed Kai poster and, like I said, my extra opened Kai Super M album. But this is how you can win it, and it doesn't cost you no money. I'm not asking you to be sub to me or anything else. I would like you in the comment section to this video, leave your Twitter handle, which you have to let me know if it's your Twitter or your Instagram. Leave your Twitter or your Instagram handle. Let me know which one it is. You don't have to follow me on Instagram. You don't have to follow me on Twitter. This is not about getting people to follow me. I want you to give either a suggestion or tell a story about one of the most important life lessons that you've ever learned. I know that that seemed like a big thing to say, but it doesn't have to be. For instance, Stephanie was sitting across the couch from me the other day, and she said, Mom, if you could teach me one thing, or if you could give me one piece of advice, what would it be? My life lesson to her was, listen to your first thought. Sometimes you're out here in these streets and you're second guessing yourself, and you're like, well, maybe I should go with it even though things don't feel right. My suggestion to her was, always listen to your first thought. Always listen to your first thought, because sometimes that's your spirit talking to you. Sometimes that's the Lord talking to you. If you go into a situation and you feel super uncomfortable, get the fuck up out of there if that's what your spirit is telling you to do. If you go into a situation and you're feeling very comfortable and the vibe is right, maybe hang out a little bit. But listen to your first thought, because a lot of times your first thought is your best thought. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. And you can save yourself a lot of heartache down the road by honoring your first thought. So that's what I'm saying. list some of your greatest life lessons, because I have a feeling that there's going to be a couple of people who are going to enter the giveaway. Don't tell strangers. This is just for us, right? Because that, if you tell strangers, more people are going to enter, and you're going to lessen your chances of winning. So like, only let people who watch this video actually get in on the action. Anyway, list your greatest life lesson, because somebody else is going to try to put theirs in the comments section, and just for shits and giggles, they may scroll down and see your life lesson, and you may be giving them a gem that they're going to utilize down the road. You might give them something that they're going to be able to hold on to, and they're going to run with it, and it's going to affect the rest of their entire life. So please do, once I get done with this video, it's going to have to process, and once it processes, you'll be able to leave your comment down below. But yeah, giveaway ends January 31st, and then in February, I will announce the winner, probably the first week of February, and get in contact with them and get things shipped out. But yeah, this is my giveaway to you guys, because 2020 has already been a bastard. It has really been fucking awful. A lot of people have experienced a lot of loss. The world is on fucking fire, and we're all dealing with our own insecurities, our own traumas, our own issues. And so I just want to give y'all a little something light to start off 2020, to let y'all know it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Even if you don't win this, I'm sure I'll do more giveaways as the year goes by, whatever the fuck else. But yeah, just let y'all know, you know, it's still okay. It's still okay. We're still going to be all right. We're still going to be all right. We're still going to be all right. So yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Thank you for joining me for another year. Hopefully we'll all make it to the next one, you know, one fucking day at a time. One fucking day at a time. But yeah, if I could, I would give all of you something you do deserve, but they just raised my rent $100, so you know, bitch is gonna be broke pretty soon. But I wish I could give you all everything. I really wish I could, because you deserve. You have stuck by me through a lot. You're a real one. And I know that you have been through a lot. You have been through a lot. I know that you have been struggling. I know that you have gone through loss. I know that you have gone through doubt. I know that you have gone through struggles. I know that you have had people act like the things that you went through didn't mean anything. I know that you have questioned whether or not your troubles are important, whether or not your problems matter to anybody, whether you're wrong for telling people that you have problems. And a lot of times you sit by yourself and you stew inside of it, and you feel lost, or you feel invisible because you're ashamed to reach out for help. Because who are you to ask for help when your life isn't as devastating as maybe the next person? Or maybe you feel like people are tired of listening to you. Or maybe you feel like even if they listen to you, you can't show them that you're getting better, and you feel like they'll get frustrated because you're not getting better. So rather than cause them frustration, I'll just keep it inside. I'll figure out a way to fix it myself. But there's someone waiting to be that rock for you. There's someone waiting to help you. There is someone waiting to be a light for you. There's a piece of advice out there that's just waiting to be told to you to change your entire perspective on it all. There is an opportunity around the corner to be seen for who you really are. There is a chance to live your most authentic life out there. And I'm not saying it's coming tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. I'm telling you though, it exists. What you have to do is you have to be brave enough to share that you need the help. You have to convince yourself that you deserve the help that you're asking for. And you have to believe that you can hang in there until you get the help that you are asking for. If you can do those three things, I have faith that you're going to get to the other side of this. I know you will. This is temporary. It is. This is temporary. Our lives are temporary. This is temporary. But do the most with it that you can. And keep holding out that it's going to get better, that something is going to change, that an opportunity is going to come to light. But don't rob yourself of that future. Don't do anything to make it to where you don't make it. And don't deny yourself the thing that you deserve, which is to be seen, which is to be heard, which is to be given a chance. That's what I want you to do in 2020. Give yourself a shot. So, there you go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk with you later. Bye.